Decent beautiful people, and welcome back to another anime opening slash endings reaction video here on G.O.T Extra, which by the way, if you are not subscribed to this channel, we are unbelievably close to 50,000 subscribers. So if you're watching this video right now and you're not subscribed, please support this channel by simply pressing that button. It's nice and easy, it's free, click it, and maybe we'll get to 50k soon. But anyway, last week we checked out the Mob Psycho 100 openings on a Friday, and a lot of you asked me to check out the endings as well, and obviously I'm gonna do that. Mob Psycho 100 is one of the most, I don't know how to word it, but I'd say one of the most surprising animes I've ever watched. It's a beautiful, contained story. The ending is perfect, and the whole anime is just one incredibly enjoyable roller coaster. And the openings are just wonderful. So let's check out the endings as well. This is my revisit reaction since we saw the series. Press that like button, press that subscribe button, and let me know what else you'd like me to react to in that comment section down below. And let's jump into my first time revisited reaction to the Mob Psycho 100 endings. Probably the ending I remember the most. The art style is really amazing in this ending, isn't it? Look at the illustration. Is that Mob in bed? It looks like Reagan. Look like the spiky look on the back of the hair. It looks like Reagan almost, or Ritsu at least. Doesn't look like Mob though, but I'm guessing it is Mob. Nope, it's gotta be Reagan. Mob doesn't shave. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be Reagan. Imagine this is Mob just shaving, lighting up a cigarette. Classic morning for Mob. This is actually a freaking awesome ending song, by the way. The song itself is fantastic, but the illustration is gorgeous. If you want a great ending, in my opinion at least, you have to have an ending that sucks in the audience, and that's why I always compliment the endings that have like a lot of effort behind the animation, or unique animation or illustration, just like this one. This is a very good ending. Look at it, it's gorgeous. God, imagine being able to draw this well. Look how beautiful everything looks. Fighting! What a great... Ah! Ah! I love the way it turns to color. I love that. I love the symbolism behind seeing Mob and it turns to color, you know? Like, what could that mean? Is it just like nothing really like complicated or anything to look into there? Or is there like maybe like a little nod to like how much Mob means to Reagan, how that's the color, you know? Everything's black and white apart from Mob, and that's how he's sort of seeing the world. Because we were seeing the whole thing through his eyes, and he saw everything as black and white and dull and like gray, you know, until he saw Mob. And then like, in a way, is that like a symbolism to like Mob lighting up his life with that excitement that he brought, you know? Because when you think about the anime and what Reagan said, he needs Mob, it's very true. And how much Mob like changed his life for the better, that's like, it's kind of interesting. I don't think there's too much complications to look at there, but I do like the idea of looking at it in a more complicated way. I think that can be like really sweet, you know, that ending. The song is fantastic. The illustration is gorgeous. It's just a brilliant freaking ending, man. It's a brilliant freaking ending. There's a video that I get recommended quite a lot called The Value of a Fraud by Mob Psycho 100 by Kyle Robes. And it's literally recommended right now on my screen. Maybe I should check that out on the second channel. If you're not subscribed to G.O.T Extra, go subscribe to it. I just realized this video is going out on G.O.T Extra, so that sounds really weird. Maybe we should check out over here. Maybe we should check out over here. What'd you say? God, that ending was awesome. The illustration is so heartwarming, man. Reagan, best sensei. Best sensei. Look at little Mob. So adorable. Oh, it kind of reminded me of To Eternity a little bit there. Look at Dimple, man. think I prefer this song. This song is really nice. The vocalist has a beautiful voice. The song itself is so awesome. It's so sweet. It's got a really nice tone to it. I love how it's done. This is a really brilliant song. Like, it is so nice. It kind of reminds me of a song that would feature in like an anime movie. You know, it's got like that sort of like I don't know how to word it, but like with that like soft piano touch feel and everything. It's really nice and mellow. You know, I can imagine this just being like featured in a scene in like Your Name or something. Kind of has that like instrumental Radwimps kind of feel. And I love the like little mob and little characters illustration and animation that we got as well. They've really put a lot of effort into the endings, haven't they? Is that Ritu? Or is that Mob with his spiky hair? Fighting! I'm guessing it was Mob with the spiky hair. It wasn't blue, right? What a great song, by the way. Don't you just love the development of Mob's character with this one shot? How Mob went from being like isolated, not really having any friends, sort of feeling very like on his own, very like lonely, and then by the end of the anime has this huge group of friends, plucked up the courage to ask out a girl, and just turns into the normal boy he's always wanted to be, you know? It's such a sweet ending, and seeing like the progression just from this here, it just shows you. But I feel like there's a little bit of foreshadowing of him holding the flower there. That is a bit interesting, actually, now I think about it. Never noticed that before. I noticed that with the opening, though, there was like quite a lot of foreshadowing as well, wasn't there? You know, the opening sort of like kind of suggesting, you know, something was going on there, maybe. I don't know, you know, like when we saw it, it's like, okay, you know, look at this giant broccoli and it exploding and stuff. And it's kind of like, that's interesting because that kind of happens in the anime, you know? And now the ending with the flower there a little bit. I definitely think there's a lot of Easter eggs in the opening ending. They kind of like throw in there, you know, spoilers without context. I mean, Attack on Titan did the same thing. Attack on Titan had a freaking opening that spoiled an entire fucking season. I'm not going to say any more than that because I don't want to spoil it. Although I imagine if you're watching this and you haven't seen Attack on Titan, you're probably never going to see it. I'm still not going to spoil it. But yeah, it's like that one was on another level. Until you rewatch and you're like, wow, they really did this? That might be my favorite ending song, by the way. And that's up there with the openings as well. That song is fucking beautiful. I loved it. I love the voice, love the vocals, love that freaking thing. And the illustration was so sweet and it showed that progression of Mob's character. Awesome, man. The endings are so awesome. So mellow and calming and beautiful. Just puts a giant smile on my face. And then we got one more to check out. Cobalt. Actually, this is probably the ending I'm most familiar with now I think about it. Maybe it's more fresh in my head. We've got a similar sort of callback to the season 1 ending, except now instead of it being through Reigen's eyes, it's through Mob's by the looks of it. You know, the same sort of like dark illustrations. This is literally, it's literally exactly the same as the season 1 ending. Like, but it just follows the like Mob's point of view now, right? Got that bass guitar. Oh. This is why I love Japanese music so much. They utilize the piano, the bass guitar, the violin. You know, it's not so like cut and dry. It's like, right, so here's a voice, lead guitar, everything else behind it, you know? They really bring forward other instruments that a lot of Western music doesn't. If this ending ends with him seeing Reigen, then that full circle is insane. Are these supposed to be like riffles or something? I actually love that. I think that's really nice. I love, once again, how it becomes color. which is literally similar to how the freaking first one did it. You know, it became color. And I don't know if I'm like looking way too much into this, but with the first one, it kind of felt like Reagan's world was very dull and very boring until Mob came into it, and then Mob brought the color, brought the fun and enjoyment, and just became like a very special part of his life. That's kind of what I saw from that ending. And this one feels like exactly what it's supposed to be. You know, like the story of Mob is like, it's a weird one. Because Mob Psycho 100 on one hand is a story of a boy realizing he doesn't need anyone and to rely on himself a little bit more. And on the other hand, it's a story of a boy realizing that he needs everyone and to rely on more people a little bit more. It's a which honestly is just the normal way of growing up, you know, to realize that you don't need other people and then to also realize you do need other people. And I know that sounds like a contradiction, but it isn't. They go hand in hand, you know? And it's weird saying that because it sounds crazy, you know, but it's true. And I feel like that's what Mob discovers. He discovers that he needs these people in his life, they're his friends, and he loves them. But he also understands that he doesn't, you know, he's like, he's okay. And he's got him, and he puts more trust in him and his abilities. And yeah, not like psychic abilities, just like abilities of being a boy. And just like, that's it, you know, just puts like a bit more faith into himself. And I feel like that ending, and like I said, I might be looking too much into it, is just that. It's Mob just like, instead of seeing Reagan or seeing someone and sort of like realizing that's like who he's putting his faith into or who he needs, he just realizes the world is quite beautiful and I'm happy just enjoying it as a normal boy. Off I go, I'm just going to go for a jog, you know? Like, I don't need anyone, I'm just happy, you know? There's no one I'm like relying on, which I also feel like kind of like sort of parallels itself with him asking out his crush and even her saying no, and how that sort of like it. Mob realized that the action of doing it was more important to him than the idea of not doing it or the answer or the fear, you know? And I feel like that's the development of his character, is the idea of like trying is like more important than failing in a way, you know what I mean? I think that's just beautiful. I love how the ending feels like it ties in with the overall ending of the anime there. Mob Psycho 100. What a freaking special anime this is, man. I really mean that. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend. And let me know what other reactions you would like to see on this channel. And if I missed anything, let me know as well. If there's any Easter eggs or anything in these endings that I missed. And what's your favorite ending? Anyway, thank you for watching. Have an amazing weekend. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, my friends, you will see me in the next video.